At the tender age of 7, long before you even learned to question or doubt, your mind had already begun to form its story. Imagine for a moment that a young child, full of wonder and unfiltered imagination, sits quietly while the world around absorbs every word, every gesture, every nuance of life. By the age of 7, most of your subconscious beliefs about yourself and the world are already formed. Today, we'll journey into that very process, a journey into the hidden corridors of memory and emotion, into the quiet field where your deepest beliefs take root. Picture your mind as a vast garden, each thought a seed, each experience the nourishing light and water. As a child, you are not consciously planting these seeds. They are scattered by the wind, by your parents, teachers, friends, and the very environment in which you grow. These seeds blossom into beliefs that shape who you become. When you hear words like "you are not good at studies," or "you are capable and intelligent," the impression is indelible, embedding itself in your subconscious mind. Today we explore the idea that childhood programs your subconscious mind, explaining how that early powder of thoughts and feelings settles and defines your self-worth, ambition, risk-taking, and even your emotional responses. And as we uncover these truths together, remember, the brilliance of life lies in the power to change. Let's start by stepping into a world where the mind works in mysterious ways. Children's brains operate in what scientists call the theta brainwave state, a relaxed, dreamy, almost hypnotic level of consciousness, similar to the state used in deep meditation. In this state, the brain is highly receptive, like a sponge eagerly absorbing water. There is a softness, an openness where logic takes a back seat, and suggestibility holds the reins. Imagine yourself in that state, where every whispered word, every passing comment from those around you plants a seed in your mind. Close your eyes just for a moment and picture the lively playground of your early memories. The laughter of friends, the comforting voice of a parent, the sometimes critical words of a teacher. In this arena, every word is accepted as truth, every observation a permanent mark on the tapestry of your identity. Now, let's bring a vivid example to life. Consider a young child who hears over and over again, "You are not good at studies." Each time the phrase echoes in the corridors of that young mind, it is recorded with the gravity of a lasting truth. It sinks deep into the subconscious, forming a belief that may whisper doubt in future moments of intellectual challenge. When the child grows into an adult, that memory does not simply vanish. Instead, it can influence decisions, making opportunities that require intellectual risk seem daunting. Contrast this with another child who hears a different affirmation, "You are capable and intelligent." Every time these words resonate, they become a bright, shining beam of confidence, nurturing a budding sense of self-worth and ambition. Such a child is more inclined to explore, to risk failure in the pursuit of knowledge, and to embrace challenges with zeal. The early messages received during those formative years build a foundation, a bedrock for self-esteem, risk-taking ability, ambition, and even the kinds of emotional responses that define one's character. The magical part of this story is not simply that our childhood shapes us, but that the power to reshape our inner dialogue stretches far beyond those early years. Even the most deeply entrenched beliefs, etched into our subconscious during childhood, can be rewritten. It starts with awareness, the recognition that what was once accepted as unalterable truth can, with deliberate conscious effort, be transformed. Imagine a painter standing before a vast canvas that has been painted through years of habit and history. The layers of early programming form a kind of background, a base that has provided substance over time. But today, you hold new brushes and fresh colors in your hand. Through the practices of repetition, visualization, and affirmations, you can paint over old images and replace them with new empowering beliefs. Let this realization be like a soft whisper in your heart. Your past programming does not have to define your future. The human mind is wondrously adaptable, capable of learning and unlearning, of shedding old skins like a snake in the sun until only the season of rebirth remains. Let's delve a little deeper into what this means for everyday life. As a child, you might have noticed that a harsh word or a piece of discouraging feedback could linger for days, perhaps even years, shaping your willingness to try something new. It's as if a single moment, a comment in a sensitive moment, created a ripple effect that influences the way you handle challenges even in adulthood. Think of it like a whirlwind. A seemingly minor gust of wind in childhood may eventually turn into a persistent breeze guiding your thoughts. But the fascinating part of human potential is that you can learn to steer that wind, to let the gentle breezes of positive affirmations redefine your course. With deliberate practices like affirmations, say, "I am capable," "I embrace challenges," or "I rebuild my self-esteem," repetition helps the mind adopt and internalize these new truths. Visualization, too, adds a vibrant hue to this process. By picturing yourself succeeding, conquering challenges, or even just feeling an inner glow of confidence, you begin to see that old narrative as something that can indeed be rewritten. Imagine yourself taking a quiet walk down a sunlit path, the fresh scent of grass and blooming wildflowers in the air. In this serene space, consider a belief that perhaps once hindered you. Say, "I'm not smart enough." See that belief as a dark, heavy stone in your hand. Now envision yourself gently placing that stone into a clear stream, watching as it slowly dissolves with the flow of water. The clear, refreshing water symbolizes your newfound awareness and positive thoughts, and with every passing moment, the old belief loses its grip as you step confidently into a future replete with hope and purpose. This gentle evolution is not instantaneous but happens step by step. Each moment of conscious practice, a single affirmation, or a few minutes of reflection, acts as a brushstroke on the canvas of your soul. Over time, these moments coalesce, forming a masterpiece that reflects the true potential and beauty of who you are becoming. Let's now consider the myriad sources that contribute to this early programming. In your childhood, your mind was a blank page eagerly inscribed upon by vibrant, sometimes messy, always profound calls from your immediate world. Family voices, with all their warmth and occasional criticism, teachers whose backhanded compliments or precipitous judgments might have written a line or two in your internal narrative. Friends who sometimes supported and at other times unwittingly hurt, and the culture with its layered beliefs about what is valuable, what is possible, and what is expected. Each of these influences, like individual instruments in an orchestra, contributed to the symphony of your inner life. Just as music combines the deep bass with twinkling highs, your early experiences wove together to create a unique melody, a theme song that continues to play even as the notes change with time. When the voices say, "You cannot do this," that melody echoes in the moments of hesitation. When voices say, "You are extraordinary," the melody resonates with hope and courage. Thus, understanding how childhood programs your subconscious mind is not merely an academic exercise, but rather an intimate exploration of your own internal symphony. Whether the echoes are of doubt or confidence is partly the result of harmony or dissonance that was recorded in those early, impressionable years. The key is in realizing that the music isn't finished yet. You hold in your hands the power to introduce new notes, to compose a counter-melody that can lead you to a richer, more inspiring tune of self-belief. Now let's turn our gaze to that transformative power, the power to rewrite those notes of the past. It is important to embrace the idea that our early programming, although strong, is not a permanent decree. It is more like a draft, written on a weathered page, ready to be edited and enhanced as you grow. Through awareness, you begin to see the automatic thoughts that arise, those echoes of childhood that no longer serve you. With gentle persistence and self-compassion, you can reframe the narrative. Consider the simple yet potent practice of visualization. It is much like closing your eyes and stepping into a dream where the impossible becomes possible. Each day, reflect on an image of success, confidence, and joy. Picture yourself walking confidently through a challenging situation, smiling because you know you are capable, powerful, and deserving of every opportunity. The more vividly you paint this positive scenario in your mind, the more you begin to notice subtle shifts in your behavior. That once neglected thought of "I'm not good enough" may be overtaken by the new refrain, "I am enough, and I am capable." Complement this with the gentle art of affirmations. Select a few meaningful phrases and speak them as if they possess a magic all their own. Recite, "I am resilient, I am deserving, I embrace every challenge as an opportunity to grow." Let these words become a personal mantra that recharges your spirit. Each word, imbued with intention, starts to unbind the old chains of self-doubt, replacing them with renewed determination. Repetition, after all, is the soft yet persistent tapping on the window of your subconscious mind, inviting in a new reality. It can be transformative to approach this process as an adventure, a journey of self-discovery rather than a battle against an unchangeable past. Think of it in terms of taking an old map, one that once led you through a maze of doubts, and redrawing its lines with the ink of possibility and self-compassion. In this map, every outdated landmark is replaced by beacons of progress and hope. You become both the traveler and the cartographer of your destiny. Recognize that the impact of early programming extends further than just self-beliefs about intelligence or capability. It impacts your self-esteem, the very core of how you view yourself, and the ability to take risks. The risk-taking ability that might have been stifled by early criticisms or the nurturing that encouraged bold dreams. These foundations mold every decision and every encounter. Emotions, too, are not immune. The feelings of joy, fear, or anger often trace their lineage back to the moments when you first learned how to process the world around you. By addressing this formative period with empathy and understanding, you gain insight into why you may react in certain ways today. Perhaps you notice that critical feedback triggers a cascade of self-doubt, or that compliments trigger disbelief because they seem so foreign compared to the ingrained narrative of inadequacy. This awareness is liberating. Once you understand that these reactions are echoes of a script written long ago, you can begin to write a new script, one that resonates with the person you are now, and the person you wish to become. Now let us reflect on the magical properties of the mind's malleability. Neuroscience tells us that the brain is incredibly dynamic, an ever-changing tapestry of new connections and possibilities. The very state in which children's brains operate, the theta state, is a wellspring of creativity and possibility. Just as a restless river carves new channels over time, you too are capable of reshaping the landscape of your inner world. What once seemed like an insurmountable truth, cemented in your mind during those early years, is always open to reinterpretation, renewal, and reinvention. Imagine a moment where the sunset casts a golden glow over a calm lake. The water, still and reflective, becomes a mirror to the soul. In that quiet moment, you recognize that, while the past is undeniable, it does not have to dictate the reflection you see today. You can choose to see not only the ripples of past influences, but also the shimmering potential of what lies ahead. Each new day is an invitation, a blank page where you can inscribe thoughts and beliefs that uplift and empower you. One might wonder, how do we begin this process? The answer lies in starting small. It begins with mindful moments, those brief pauses throughout your day where you can check in with your thoughts, gently noticing any lingering echoes from your childhood. It may be as simple as catching yourself when that old critical voice speaks, and then consciously replacing it with a kinder, more compassionate tone. Enroll yourself in practices that foster reinvention. Journaling, for example, can be an invaluable tool. When you write down your feelings and reflections, you create physical reminders of the evolving narrative within you. Over time, you might look back on these pages and recognize how much that narrative has transformed from one of limitation to one of boundless potential. Listen to the story of the phoenix reborn from its own ashes. That powerful picture is much like the transformation waiting within you. Every challenge, every limiting belief is simply a precursor to an opportunity for renewal. With each new affirmation, each moment of conscious awareness, you are performing the alchemy of self-improvement. You are turning the leaden weight of past programming into the golden light of self-belief. And as you journey on, remember that you are not alone. Countless others have walked this path, each step a courageous act of rewriting the story conceived in childhood. Here's a gentle invitation. Think about one belief from childhood that may still influence you today. Reflect on how it might have shaped your decisions, your responses, and your self-view. Now consider the possibility of rewriting that belief. It might start with a simple, deliberate thought. I choose to see myself differently. In your mind, visualize the old belief as a worn-out signpost on a dusty road. Then imagine that signpost being replaced by a vibrant, welcoming marker that points you toward your dreams and the future you deserve. In the grand tapestry of life, every thread, every word, every lesson has its place. But just as a tapestry can be rethreaded to create new patterns, so too can your inner narrative be reframed and transformed. Your childhood, with every lesson and echo, laid down the groundwork. Yet you also possess the tools, awareness, visualization, and affirmations to build upon it, to construct a narrative that is not only more authentic, but also far more empowering. Before we bring this journey to a close, take a moment to appreciate how far you have already come. The echoes of your childhood may still whisper, but today, you have the opportunity to turn them into a symphony of positive affirmations. Every day is a canvas, every thought a brushstroke. With gentle persistence and an open heart, you have the power to create a masterpiece that reflects not the limitations of your past, but the limitless possibilities of your future. Remember, the power of change is at your fingertips. Even if the shadows of old beliefs still linger in quiet corners of your mind, know that you can shine a light upon them, illuminating new paths and fostering new understandings. Like the gentle unfolding of a flower at sunrise, your inner world is ready to bloom with care and attention. So today, step confidently forward on the path of self-renewal. Let your mind become an ever-evolving garden where every new positive thought nurtures growth, every warm affirmation brings blossoms of self-love, and every refreshed belief paves the way for a brighter tomorrow. Embrace not only the story of who you once were, but also the narrative of who you are becoming. In closing, remember this core truth: Your past programming, however deep-rooted it might seem, is not a prison but rather a starting point, a foundation upon which you can build and transform. You have the incredible ability to revisit those early messages, to question those voices, and to replace them with your own authentic and empowering truth. With awareness and deliberate practice, you can rewrite the narrative in your mind, and, in doing so, shape a future that truly reflects the magnificent person you are. Now pause, reflect, and take in the possibility that lies within you. Let the transformation begin from this very moment. And if you find resonance in these words, consider sharing your own story. Think about one belief from childhood that may still influence you today, and share it in the comments. Your insight might be the spark that ignites someone else's journey of renewal. As the screen fades to a subtle closing shot, a child's silhouette merging with an image of a vibrant, blossoming brain, ever absorbing yet ever transforming, the final words echo gently. Your childhood programmed your mind, but only you hold the pen to write your future. End screen. Remember, every day is a fresh start. Embrace your power to transform. Invitation to subscribe for more insights into the journey of self-transformation and growth.